Which table could be used to graph the following expression? Y equals, or equation, y equals 1/3 x plus 7. All right, it's pretty straightforward. We simply have to take this table and take these x and y values, plug it in, and see if each ordered pair is true. And if indeed each ordered pair is true, this table would be the one used to graph that equation. If not, we'd move on to the next one. So let's go ahead and test it out. Let's take our equation, y equals 1/3 x plus 7. And let's plug in a 0 for x and a 7 for y and see if it's true. Okay, so I've replaced the x with a 0 and the y with a 7. And I'm wondering, is that true? Well, 1/3 times 0 is 0 plus 7 gives me 7 equaling 7. So far, that ordered pair checks out. Let's check out the 1 and the 10 next. So instead of a y, we'll put a 10. Instead of an x, we'll put a 1. Let's see if that's true. So 1/3 of 1 is 1/3 added to 7. And I can tell right away 1/3 added to 7 is not 10. It's 7 and 1/3. So that does not equal 10. So right off the bat, I know that this one here failed my test. Therefore, this table ain't going to work for me. So let's go ahead and erase clear off this. Let me go ahead and try one of the other tables. Let's try the second table. Probably should have picked a different way of erasing this, a little quicker way, but whatever. Okay, so here we are with our next table. And we take the first ordered pair, 0, 7, and 0, 7 worked in our first table, so we know it's going to work on our second table. So let's start with our next point, 1 and 7 over 4. So instead of the y, we put 7 over 4. Instead of the x, we're going to replace that with a 1. And, oops, my bad, let me fix that, plus 7. And when I add 1/3 times, or when I multiply 1/3 times 1, it gives me 1/3. And I'm asking the question, does 1/3 plus 7 equal 7 over 4? Well, 1/3 plus 7 is 7 and 1/3. 7 over 4, written as a mixed number, would be 1 and 3/4. 1 and 3/4 is not equal to 7 and 1/3. So, since this one failed, so does this table. And by process of elimination, our last table has to be the correct one. But let's just check. Let's make sure. We've already checked the 0, 7. We know that's true. Let's try the next ordered pair, 3, 8. Put an 8 in for the y. Put a 3 in for the x. So 1/3 of 3, that's 1. When that gets added to 7, you get an 8. An 8 indeed equals 8. So the ordered pair 3, 8 definitely works for this equation. Let's try our last ordered pair, 6, 9. Plug a 9 in for your y. Plug the 6 in for your x. And when I do this multiplication, 1/3 times 6, or 1/3 of 6, you get a 2. If you're not sure about how to do that, just use your calculator. 2 plus 7, that's equal to 9. 9 does equal 9, so this ordered pair works as well. So this table is the table that could be used to graph this equation.